In this video, I'm going to share with you how I set up a Christmas planner using Google Sheets. If you'd like to create a Christmas planning spreadsheet of your own, you can follow along to see what tabs I use, how I connect them, and how I use my spreadsheet to organize my Christmas holidays. And if you'd like a done-for-you version that you can just download and use without the hassle and work of all the setup, you can purchase my Google Sheets Christmas Planner template and start using it right away. You'll find a link to purchase in the comments. Check that below. So I consider this first sheet my table of contents. There are links to all the individual sheets, notes and ideas down here about using each sheet, and then all the way at the bottom here there's also some helpful links to other Christmas activity ideas that are just able to be clicked through. So the first thing I include is a calendar for November and December. And there are, you can see Sunday through Saturday. And then there's enough blocks here that I can just change the dates and leave the setup exactly how it is and just adjust the dates and reuse it year after year. So I love my Google calendars, and this does not replace any of those calendars for scheduling, but there's just so many things going on around the holidays that I like to have a place to track events or activities that I'm not committed to, but I might have interest in. So when I find out about a holiday bazaar or a Christmas concert, I can add it to this sheet, and then I have a way to reference when I'm putting together my schedule of activities. I can look and see which things on here I might want to choose to put on my regular Google Calendar and schedule in. Next up is my Advent activity ideas. So this is for the 24 days of Christmas, 24 days of December leading up to Christmas Day. And some years I go all out in this area, and then other years are more low-key. So there's 3 columns here, each with a drop-down menu that's linked to another page on the spreadsheet. So if you purchase the template, it'll come with these drop-down menus pre-filled, and then you can choose to add or change the items on the list as you wish. So in the first column, this daily Christmas fun, some years I like to plan a fun Christmas activity for every day. And the first thing I do is fill in activities that are already scheduled. So for instance, if I know that there's a tree lighting that we would go to on December 3rd, I would fill that in here. I know we're going to watch the Nutcracker Ballet on the 4th, I'll fill that in here. And then I'll fill in the other dates with activities that can be done at any time. So like I know that December 12th is Gingerbread House Day, and so I'll have us make gingerbread houses on that day. On busy days, we'll fill in something like make a Christmas music playlist, work on a Christmas puzzle, maybe watch funny YouTube Christmas videos. I think I've got that on here somewhere. Do a random act of kindness, drink out of Christmas mugs all day. That's easy to do, eat a candy cane. So it doesn't have to be all busy things that will really add stress, just some little activity that just makes it fun for the kids. The next column is a drop-down list of Advent gift ideas for my kids. If you do a small Advent gift calendar, these are just fun ideas to use. I don't do this every year. My kids do love our Advent house. And a lot of years we just do a tiny treat in each little door and then intersperse maybe some small gifts throughout the month. And their favorite thing to get in there is Lego minifigures. They're still young enough that they love the Lego minifigures, but there's lots of ideas. You could choose a fun little gift to do for each day of the month if you like to do that. The final column on this sheet is for Christmas books. So we are a book-loving family, and I have collected a lot of Christmas books. When I pack up my Christmas decorations each year, I wrap and label Christmas books ready for the next year. So since I have 3 kids, my favorite way to do this is I have them take turns opening a book each day, so then they each get to open 8 books over the 24 days. And what I like to do is use 3 different kinds of wrapping paper. So I assign one type of gift wrap to each child, and then I'll just add a label with the number indicating what day it should be opened. So if you use my template. There's a drop-down menu here that's got 50 Christmas books to rotate through, and I just use these, and then you can add additional titles as you acquire them. But these are all great ideas to do a Christmas book a day if you like to do that with your kids, which I do. Next up is a simple Christmas budget. So I don't actually like to get very complicated with my Christmas budget. This sheet gives a place to list names and a budgeted amount. And then there's a few additional categories at the bottom here. If you want to add a budget for Christmas cards, decor, baking, giving, travel, places to record some other things if I decide there's something else I want to track. These cells here are already have formulas to add up your totals, so you can keep track of how much you're spending. My master gift list. So this is a sheet to record gifts that have been purchased or will be purchased for everyone except my kids. I keep the kids' gift list separate because I'm usually purchasing multiple gifts for them, and they really do need their own sheet. I like to list gift ideas here anytime I think of something that might be a gift option for someone. So as you can see here, a lot of times I'll include a link for the item for easy reference. There's a column to record the cost of the item, whether it's been purchased or made, so it's just a little checkbox there, whether it's been wrapped and labeled, and then where it is stored. Craft room closet. Let's do that. So then I had to add that column, the where it's stored column, a couple of years ago because I actually forgot where I had stashed a couple of items. Okay, so on to the kids' gift list. And there's a space to put children's names at the top. There's actually space for 4 kids here. Below that, it looks a little bit like the master gift list. There's a column for an item name. Sometimes I do include links here also, and the cost. So you can do that for each child that you have. And then a column total for the amount spent for each child right here. Below that is a separate section for stocking stuffers. Our family loves doing stockings, and I like to keep things fairly even between my kids, so this just helps me keep track of what I'm putting in everyone's stockings. And again, it'll total the amounts right here. Below that, there's a place to track shared gifts. So I often purchase items that all of my kids will share, but I still want to record what I'm buying and what the cost is. So there's a place for that, and the cost will just go right here. And then down here, this is just going to total the amount of the shared gifts. And then down here, we've got a total cost for all the gifts, all the stocking stuffers, and any shared gifts. So that will automatically total. And then past that, I keep an area for the kids' wish list. So I'll put in here any wish list items they've told me about. It's helpful to keep track of ideas for them, and then there's a little handy box to check if you purchase it. And then you can write in who it's from. That way, if I know someone else is giving my child something from the wish list, I can keep track of that right here. This final section down here is for additional items that I know have already been purchased for my kids by someone else. So it's something that's not on their wish list, but I already know that they're going to get it, and so I'll just keep track of that. That just helps me avoid any duplication. So that'll keep track of everything for my kids on this one page. And then on to the 12 Days of Christmas sheet. So I use this when I'm going to give my husband 12 little gifts leading up to Christmas. There's a drop-down menu here also. You can see with some ideas of gifts that you might like to use. Sometimes I use 12 gifts that correspond to the number, so maybe one hat, two gloves, you know, $5 gift card or a 6-pack of socks. And other times it's just 12 little random gifts, but I still like to plan it out. And having that drop-down list to add things to and just refer back to makes it easier than coming up with ideas from scratch every year. So if we keep going, next up is the baking list. I do a fair amount of Christmas baking, so this is a place for me to list recipes I like to make or want to try. I can also add a link here for an online recipe, or write in here a cookbook name, and then over here I can write any notes about recipe adjustments, or sometimes I note specific people I want to gift that item to. And then on the left over here is a checkbox with a little heart. You can see a little favorite here, just for things that I know that I want to make again next year, or maybe even every year, and I'll just click that little box. So again, the drop-down menu has some items listed, and if you purchase the template, you can use those to get you started, and you can just add and change to create your own list. We'll get to that drop-down menu sheet in a moment. The Christmas meal planner is pretty simple. I have sections for appetizers, salad, soup, main dish, sides, desserts, and drinks, and then a place for notes on the side. Again, drop-down menu with traditional type Christmas items that you can use and change as you wish. On this one, I do really like to include links to specific recipes. The Christmas decor planning sheet is next. So this is a place to just record color schemes or themes that you're using. It's a great reference for purchasing decor. You'll always know exactly what theme or colors you're using in every area. There's a place down below here to list any decor you want or need to purchase, and a place where you can include links to inspirational rooms, pictures that you want to be able to reference. So if you like to shop for Christmas throughout the year, you'll like this plan ahead sheet. It's a place to record gifts you purchased but are saving for the following Christmas. You can just write the name of what you bought, how much it cost, who you might give it to if you already have someone in mind, or you can leave that blank if it's just something that you want to have in your gift stash to use for the following year. Planning notes over here. I like to make notes about things I might want to, like this, I have a note to make more gift in a jar baking mixes, start earlier shopping for baking supplies, and maybe think about doing an outdoor hot cocoa bar. So just any sort of notes that I would want to think about for the following year. Now the final sheet is this drop-down menu data. So there's Christmas daily fun plan, Advent gifts, Christmas book ideas, 12 days of Christmas, baking ideas, Christmas meal plan ideas, and you can see all of the items are here. The spreadsheet template that I have available to purchase allows you to add all the way down to 101 in each column, and you can always change these also. You can delete any of them and add anything you want in here. Oops, I misspelled coffee there. And that will just automatically show up in the drop-down menu in that item on the other sheet. The Christmas books, I do have linked to the books on Amazon. These are not affiliate links, but they are linked so that you be able to tell exactly what book it is. So that's it. That is, I should show you also, if you're not entirely familiar with Google Sheets, over here you can click on this little set of bars and it'll say all sheets if you hover over it. If you click that, you can go directly to any of the sheets you want to. That's it, my organized Christmas planning spreadsheet. So I hope you found an idea or two that was helpful. If you are interested in purchasing my Google Sheet template to use for yourself, check the link below. Thanks for watching, And you can visit my blog at mustlovelists.com for lots of Christmas activity ideas and free printables to organize and inspire your Christmas family fun. Happy Christmas planning!